A divine command, unraveling Claude Vignon's Christ instructs Peter to feed my sheep. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to receive a direct instruction from Christ himself? In this painting by Claude Vignon, you can witness one of the most important moments in the history of Christianity, when Christ entrusted Peter with the responsibility of leading his flock. The painting, titled Christ Instructs Peter to Feed My Sheep, was created in 1624 and bears the signature and date of the artist as Vignon in Facet 1624 foot. Peter is one of the 12 apostles of Christ, and one of his closest friends. He was a fisherman before he met Christ, and he followed him faithfully throughout his ministry. He was also the first to confess that Christ was the Son of God, and Christ gave him the name Peter, which means rock, and said that he would build his church upon him. However, Peter was not perfect. He also denied Christ 3 times before his crucifixion, out of fear and weakness. After Christ rose from the dead, he appeared to his disciples several times, and one of those times was by the Sea of Galilee, where he had a special conversation with Peter. The painting depicts the scene from John 21 verses 15 to 23, where Christ asks Peter 3 times, "Do you love me?" Each time, Peter answers, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." And each time, Christ replies, "Feed my sheep." By doing this, Christ is forgiving Peter for his denial, and restoring him to his position of leadership. He is also giving him a mission, to take care of his followers, and to spread his teachings to the world. The painting shows Christ gesturing to an open book, where the words of their conversation are written in Latin, Petre armas me Pasce Meas. The book symbolizes the Word of God, and the authority that Christ gives to Peter. Peter has turned towards Christ, with a look of awe and gratitude on his face. He is holding a staff, which represents his role as a shepherd of Christ's sheep. 2 other disciples are in the background, witnessing this solemn and sacred moment. The painting shows the influence of Caravaggio, an Italian painter who was famous for his realistic and dramatic style. Vignon uses a technique called chiaroscuro, which means light and dark in Italian. He uses strong contrasts between light and shadow to create a dramatic effect, and to draw attention to the main figures. The painting also shows the skill and talent of Vignon, who was a French painter who worked in various countries, such as Italy, France, and England. He was known for his versatility and originality, and for his ability to combine different styles and influences. He was also interested in classical mythology and literature, and he often painted scenes from ancient stories. The painting is a powerful representation of the relationship between Christ and Peter, and the foundation of the Christian Church. It shows the love, forgiveness, and trust that Christ has for Peter, and the devotion, humility, and obedience that Peter has for Christ. It also shows the responsibility and the challenge that Peter faces, to feed Christ's sheep, both literally and spiritually. The painting is also a masterpiece of art, and it shows the beauty and the emotion that Vignon has captured in his painting. It shows his ability to create realistic and expressive figures, and to use light and shadow to create drama and contrast. It also shows his creativity and originality in choosing a different setting for the scene, and in including other details, such as the book and the staff. The painting is not just an artwork, but a story, a message, and a testimony. It invites us to reflect on our own relationship with Christ, and to ask ourselves, do we love him? Do we feed his sheep? It also invites us to appreciate the beauty and the wonder of art, and to marvel at the skill and the vision of Vignon.